This channel has seen plenty of interesting gaming tech over the past few months, and when I saw a mouse with keycaps for buttons, I knew I needed to try it. The Lofree PBT Wireless mouse has a design that's all about the retro vibes. It's not your typical sleek and minimalist mouse. It's got curves and a design reminiscent of vintage keyboards. It's like they took a page out of the past and injected it straight into this mouse. Lofree is a company you've probably never heard of. They specialize in producing stylized keyboards and keycaps. Today, we're taking a look at their first attempt of producing a retro style mouse. Take your seats and get ready for the bell, because we're going to find out who this mouse is for. Welcome to the Rage Academy. My name is Patrick. If you're new here, we regularly look at weird, interesting, and new gaming related tech. I recently picked up the Lofree mouse from Drop, not sponsored by the way, for the whopping subtotal of $55. The retro look is really what did it for me, and I think it would pair nice with a retro style keyboard like the IBM Model M. The Lofree mouse has a very unique retro look, but it's much smaller than your average mouse. It measures 4.25 by 2.69 nice by 1.67 inches. For all my non-Freedom Unit friends, that's 108 by 68.5, not nice, by 42.5 millimeters. For comparison, here it is next to a Logitech Superlight and the Lamzu Atlantis Mini. This little guy is a hecking chonker, weighing in at 106 grams. It feels pretty rigid in the hands due to the plastics that they use that are gonna long outlive you, me, your grandchildren, everybody else on the planet. But it feels very sturdy, like your mom. It's also worth mentioning that you can replace the keycaps and the back shell of the mouse with different graphics. It's really great to have these options since there is no RGB. The sensor used on this mouse is the PAW3805 by Pixar. The PAW3805 seems mediocre at best. It has a DPI range of 800 to 4000. Certainly not the highest DPI we've seen on this channel. The mouse has a small screen where you can see the basic DPI and battery info. It's a small but nice touch. I know what you're asking yourself. What's the polling rate on this bad boy right here? Well, let me answer that for you. The polling rate is 500 hertz. Polling rate refers to how many times per second the mouse is communicating with the device it's plugged into. It's measured in hertz. So 500 hertz means the mouse is communicating 500 times a second to the device it's plugged into. This sounds really quick until you realize the standard for most gaming mice is 1000 hertz, and getting higher because gamers are so hopped up on energy drinks and crack that they can see time. You have the option of running this mouse via Bluetooth, USB-C wired, or with the 2.4 gigahertz dongle. If you run this mouse wirelessly, you can expect 75 hours on a single charge. The dongle magnetically clips into the mouse, which is great for people like me. I have so many dongles now that I've been keeping them in a small box. I call it my dongle box. This mouse features a total of 5 buttons: M1, M2, M3, the mouse wheel button, M4, and M5, the side buttons. In case you're curious, they sound like this. Is that a retro sound? Is that retro enough for you? Retro. As far as I can tell, the M1 and M2 use keycaps that sit on a rocker that actuates a normal mouse switch. So you'll be sorely disappointed if you were expecting an actual keyboard switch inside this mouse. I had to rip this mouse apart with my bare hands just so I could see what mouse switches they were using. There is no software for this mouse, and I don't mean that in a good way with like the Wu-Tang 60HE. I literally mean if you go to the website and click on their software tab, you'll be brought to a 404 page not found, so you cannot rebind any of the mouse buttons or create macros. Let me be the first to tell you that this mouse absolutely fails as a gaming mouse. Do not purchase this mouse thinking you'll be able to use it for gaming. Not only did I find this mouse too small to properly use, but I could feel the slow polling rate as I was playing fast-paced games like Apex Legends. Sure, you could use this mouse if you really wanted to, but you'd be putting yourself at a huge handicap, especially when you could just pick something up like the Logitech G305 on sale for $30. I wouldn't be mentioning this, but Lofree says in their marketing allows for use on glass surfaces for optimal efficiency in the office or game room. Do not use this for gaming. Use something like this for gaming. But let's be honest. You're not into this mouse for gaming. You want that look. You want a mouse that matches that inner retro 80s kid that screams, "Look at me. I know how to use an IBM
PS2, and I'm proud to be a virgin. Behold, my keyboard, mouse, and tremble before me.
And honestly, it delivers on that vibe. I mean, look at it paired with the IBM Model M. How satisfying is that? Pair it with another mouse and you just lose that feel. So this mouse does one thing, but it does it very well. It may not be the best gaming mouse or the best office mouse. It may not have the best parts or even working software, but it has that look. And for some people, that's all they're after, and that's okay. If you are someone who's looking for the best competitive gaming mouse, then check out the video laid over the top of my face right now. Until next time, GG.